Hey, Pete here. What surreal times we're living at this stage. It is just amazing. And I'm not going to go into too much because there's so much in the press about coronavirus and what have you. But what I want to do is talk about cash flow, because this is the lifeblood of all business owners at present as we go through this situation. Cash flow is the lifeblood of every organization. Now, you can have a negative P&L and still survive in business, but you can't have a negative cash flow. It doesn't work. That is the killer. So today I just want to talk about cash flow and give you a cash flow forecast, because I actually want to look at the cash flow forecast for you over the next 12 or so weeks, so you can see what the blips are going to be in your cash flow for your business. Now the thing is, it isn't going to look pretty. And that's the whole idea that I want to do. And I've got an electronic copy of what I'm going to show you. And if you want it, please do ask me. But we're going to go through and have a look at how this cash flow works, or the cash flow forecast, so you can look at the blips. And as I said, it ain't going to look pretty, but don't worry about that. It's going to give you an idea of where you are and where the blips are going to be that you need to take hold of right now, not waiting for it to happen later on. Now, I've got a copy of this in my hand here that I'm actually going to work through, but I'm going to put it up on the screen for you as well, so that you can see what I'm talking about. And the first one, I just want to give you an overall idea of what the cash flow forecast looks like. So you can see up the top there, we've got a cash flow summary, and all these numbers extrapolate or pre-populate, should I say, extrapolate from your cash out and your cash in. So you actually just need to do some numbers, and the cash flow forecast will do the rest for you. So just giving you an idea as to what the whole area looks like, because I want to dive into each particular area by themselves. So having looked at the overall, I'm going to dive in and just show you what each area looks like, so you can have an idea of what you need to put in, so it can pre-populate up into the summary. So let's have a look at the first one, shall we? So first one is cash out. Okay, cash out. You can see there that on the left hand side we've got all the creditors from 1 up till 10. You can actually put your name in of the creditor if you want, entirely up to you. So for example, in week 1 there we've got creditor 1 as £100, creditor 2 is £200, creditor 3 is £300, and you can see that the VAT has been taken off for you already. So you can actually take that £120 off with a total cash out of £720. So week 2, creditor 1 is £1,001, creditor 2 £200, and then £300. VAT on that's £300.20 with a total cash out of £1,801.20. And then you can see week 3, VAT is £660. And a total cash out of £3,961.20. So that gives you an idea for those 3 weeks what the cash out is. And it's really important that you put all the cash out in, so you can actually go to your creditors or your suppliers to say, this week, say it might be week 6 or 7, there's going to be a real crunch on my cash flow. See if you can get terms. Now I know with HMRC and the government, they're going to help, and they're deferring tax and VAT. So do something about it now. Don't wait until the crunch actually happens. Okay, that's the whole reason for doing this cash flow forecast. So if you can see in week 6 or 7 there's going to be a crunch, then you do something about it now. So that's cash out. What about cash in? Let's have a look at that. So cash in, we can see again customers 1 through to 15, and you can put the names of the customers in there if you want. So in week 1, customer 1 is £1,001, and customer 2 £200, customer 3 £300. So our pre-VAT is $1,501, and with our 20% VAT is 320p. Total cash in, 1801.20. All right, the second week, all right, there's £100 in, £200 in, and £3,001 in for customer 3, giving us a pre-VAT total of 3301 and VAT of 660.20. So the VAT pre-populates. You can see in the blue columns, they will pre-populate for you. So total cash in, 3961.20. You can see in week 3 the same thing, 2882.40 is our total cash in down in the green column. And as we go along through here, we can see whether our customers are going to pay us or not. Now the interesting thing is that you might put in that they're paying at this stage, but they may not. But it's going to give you an idea as to how it's going to work out. So we've had a look at cash in and cash out. So now here is the summary page that we're going to come to. What does the summary page look like? Well, again, we've got no opening balance at this stage because we've just started, but we now see cash in is 1801.20 and cash out is 720 in our first week, giving us a closing balance of a 1081.20. All right, that's an available credit. That is then taken through to week 2. And we can see from week 2 from our cash in, what you've seen already, 3921.20, cash out 1801.20 with a closing balance of 3241.20 and an available credit. Now you can see that it'll pre-populate all the way across there. I haven't got any negatives at this stage, but it just shows, say if you're into week 6 or 7 and you had a negative in your cash flow, then you can do something about it now. It's really important that we decide on doing something today as opposed to waiting till it might happen. Get onto your creditors, find out what's happening. Get onto your suppliers, find out what's happening. Talk to HMRC, talk to the government. Try and get those loans right now to help you with your cash flow. Because if you've got cash flow, you're going to be able to ride out and come through this extraordinary time that we're living in. So don't wait. I have got a copy of this electronic cash flow. If you'd like a copy, I'm more than happy to send it out to you. And if you want a hand to put the stuff in, do ring Janelle or I, because we're here to help and we want to help. Get your cash flow forecast up and running. Cash is king. You've heard that cliche often.